I'm William Deveneau, and welcome to the Estate Planning Show, a show designed to help you learn more about estate planning. A question I often get is, what is estate planning? Well, to turn the question right around, simply it's planning your estate. But what is your estate? Your estate is all the property you have when you die that's in your name alone. If you had a bank account with your wife or husband, that wouldn't be in your estate because it's not in your name alone. It's only concerned with property that only has one owner, and that owner is you, and there's no beneficiaries. This can include shirts, pants, tables, couches, houses, boats, cars, investment accounts, checking accounts, savings accounts. It can include a lot. Bottom line, any property that's in your name alone. Another issue that comes up with estate planning, and it isn't in your estate per se, but it's related to it, is if you have kids and you're a single parent, or you have kids and both parents pass away at the same time. During this, your estate plan should have guardians named for those kids that the parents have chosen. Now, what happens with all this stuff? Now we have all this stuff in the estate. Well, once you have all this stuff in the estate, you need to go to probate court because there's property in this person's name alone, so you have to go to probate court, and probate court will look at any documents you have for an estate plan, or we'll just look at state law and decide how to distribute the assets. Probate is the process of gathering assets, identifying and gathering debts, paying the debts, and distributing the remaining assets. First, we'll see what happens when there's no estate plan in place. When the person that died did not create an estate plan, they die intestate. That basically means they died without a will. Now, if they died without a will, there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is they do have an estate plan. Everybody has an estate plan. The bad news is it's not their estate plan, it's the estate plan of the Vermont statutes. The probate court looks at the laws and decides how to distribute the assets. So if this person had passed away and they had a special heirloom gun or heirloom piece of jewelry that they wanted to give to a specific family member, that's not going to happen now, because what's going to happen is the court will identify an administrator of the estate, which is someone the person didn't choose. The court's choosing them, and that administrator will gather all the assets, identify all the liabilities, pay all the liabilities, and then distribute all the remaining assets according to state law. If there are children involved, if this was a single parent or two parents that perished at the same time, the court will now be naming the guardian of the kids, not the parents. The court takes into account family, relationships, and items like that. So it's not like your child has a good chance of being sent to Joe Smith on the other side of the state who he doesn't know. That is an extremely low probability of ever happening. But it could go to a family member that wouldn't be your first choice as a guardian. Now, what happens if there's an estate plan? An estate plan, in this case, the basic foundational document is the will. The will is what tells the court this was the deceased person's last wishes, and this is what they want. They want their property to go to this person, and if that person's not around, to this person or persons. They want this person to be the executor of their estate and administer their assets. And if they have kids and there's no other parent surviving, they name this person as guardian of their child or children. That is the basic foundation of any estate plan. It's the will. You can go more complicated. There's a lot more complications you can add, such as trusts and items like that. But the bottom line is you're making the decisions, you're making the choices, which is the way it should be. An estate plan that isn't your wishes is not an estate plan that you should have. Now, this will, a basic will, is not complicated and does not take a long time to complete. That's something that, for example, I can do relatively quickly. If it becomes a more complicated estate plan, if you're using trusts and you're using life estates and you're doing a lot of complicated things, then it takes more time The will is the foundational document. If you don't have a will, you need to get a will. It's extremely important. I know people might think, well, I don't have a lot of money. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of money or not. You want to make the choices on your estate. Don't leave it to the probate court and the state to make those choices for you. The best time to do this is now. You can tell everybody your wishes. You can tell Joe that he's going to get your gun, and you can tell Sally she's going to get the engagement ring you got when her father asked you to marry him. But all of that doesn't matter. What matters is what's written down. If it's not written down in a will, it's not going to happen. The best time to make it is now. Don't procrastinate longer. Think about it. Decide what you want to do with your property when you pass away, and make a will. Now, I'm sure you know people that need to make wills and people that talk about this all the time. If you know someone that needs to make a will because they just do not have an estate plan in place, or they've been talking about changing their will for years, have them give me a call, share this video with them, help them understand that they need to do it now rather than later. If you have any questions, comment below, like the video, subscribe, and please, it's important to me to share this knowledge with people and help everybody understand estate planning more. Please share this video with anybody that you think might benefit from it. There are going to be more videos coming. I'm going to try to put out one a week on a different estate planning topic. And if you have any questions or want to hear about something specific, let me know. Comment below or send me an email. If you think that you might be ready to make a will, the basic foundation of your estate plan, or make a more complex estate plan, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me at my website, wcdesq.com, or you can send me an email, william@wcdesq.com. Thank you very much. Have a great day.